Yay. Hi, Sophia. All right. So let me do your quick intro
Yeah.
because, thank God we did not give up. We'll just make sure that we tell people fast forward in the
Yeah,
beginning
fast
until
forward.
they get to this part. But yeah, so the reason you're here is because for me, you're a beacon of hope for youth.
Oh,
And youth who have purpose or youth who want to have a purpose because there's a lot of young people who have creativity, potential. They want to do innovative stuff. They want to go to Africa. They want to go to London, Europe, do things in the world, but then they don't have the same, maybe the same nurturing that you've had in upbringing, or they don't have resources and or maybe in their minds they feel that they're limited, right? Like, oh, I don't see how I can do that. But when I first met you with One Village Alliance, and we sat down and you started talking to me about Kenya, then you found out that I was from Kenya and you were like so excited. And
no,
then
no.
I know. And you were so excited. And then so I'm like thinking, well, what does she know about Kenya? Then you're like, no, I've been to Kenya and I have a nonprofit organization in Kenya. And one day I'm gonna be living in Kenya and I have a dance studio in Kenya. I'm like, who is this girl? And how old are you? So
I'm
anyway, so that's why I said, okay, Sophia has to be on the Hope Hub because she offers hope to so many people and especially youth. And I know part of what it is you want to do is to inspire youth. So in terms of who she is, Sophia is a 16-year-old. Here she resides here in the US, but she started a nonprofit organization in Kenya, East Africa called Ngoma Kenya Ministries. Is it Ministries? And
yeah.
and she is also a recipient of some awards here in the US for volunteerism and service. She received the TD Bank Young Heroes Award and the Prudential Spirit of Community Award as well. So, Sophia, for people who do not know who you are, just tell them a little bit about yourself, who you are for the benefit of the Hope Hub community.
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Okay, good. So yeah, I'm Sophia. I'm 16 years old and I'm a sophomore in high school. And I'm also a dancer. I've been dancing for, oh gosh, 11 years now. And it's what I'm passionate about and love to do. And I founded Ngoma Kenya, which is a nonprofit dance program for children in Kenya. So yeah.
Wow. So you started dance when you were how old?
Four. Yes.
Or is that something that you discovered for yourself that you like to dance, or was it that your parents took you to dance classes and then you started loving dance as a result?
I think that's, yeah, I think I would move around a lot and dance at home. And so they're just
Yeah.
like, why not put her in these classes? And I was actually born with short Achilles tendon. So it was really hard for me to dance at
Oh,
first. Um,
wow.
but yeah, so yeah, but I just started taking classes and I fell in love. And here I am still taking classes.
Wonderful. That's awesome. That is awesome. So tell us what inspired your work with children all the way in Africa.
Yeah, so I went to Kenya in 2016. I was 14. I went with my youth group, and we were visiting a children's home in Kenya. And so when I went, I got there and I got to meet the little girl that I sponsor, and I got to teach a class. And when I was teaching a Bible class, because the children's home, how it works is there's a children's home and then a school for the children. And
Yeah.
so they asked you want to teach classes. So I was like, of course. So I went to go teach classes,
Wow.
and we were finishing up with Bible, and the kids were, we were learning about their abilities and the different abilities that God has given us and the cool things that we can do. And a
Yeah.
lot of I asked some of the kids, stand up and share what your abilities and your gifts are, and a lot of them said dance and singing and
Oh,
the things that I love to do. Um,
yeah.
yeah, and so I realized they don't really have a lot of the resources that we do here in America to be
Yeah.
able to go and take dance lessons or to go and take singing lessons. And so I decided to take, what I've been given, my gift of dance, and also my love of ministry and missions work over to them. And that's how Ngoma Kenya was birthed. So,
That's that's
yeah.
amazing. What did you think of your experience in Kenya coming
Oh,
from the US? being in
It
a
was
new country.
it was amazing. I call it home because it is home for me.
Really?
I went there and, the mothers at the children's home, just the people, the Western world, we always, like, I was reading articles and it's always like, seems like certain parts of Africa makes it seem really bad or scary. But I'm like, that's not true.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful country. I feel so safe there. And it's like, oh, you won't feel safe, but I feel so safe there. And they're like family to me. So I just love it. It's home. So I'm going to
Wow.
be moving one day. So yeah. I love it
That's
there.
awesome. That's awesome. And I know you like the food as well
Yeah,
because
oh,
you're
I love
like,
it.
oh, mandazi,
Yeah,
chapati. And I know I owe you.
yeah.
So, that was your first trip in terms of mission work, and I read that you were, doing work around the home, like changing diapers,
Yeah,
cleaning, washing dishes, that kind of work. And then you discovered they like dance and all of that. So that was your first trip. So
yeah.
what was your second trip, or how did that happen?
So the second trip, once I came home, I told my parents about what I wanted to do, and my mom really helped me form and start Ngoma Kenya. So, yes, I was 14, about to turn 15 in January. So this was in the fall. So Ngoma Kenya became a nonprofit status, and so I started getting ready for my next trip and when we start the first dance classes. And
Yeah.
so next trip was in May, and just how that worked out was crazy because I didn't know when I would be going back.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so two girls from my brother's college actually won a grant to go and serve somewhere for a month to teach art. And my mom was like, wow, you can go to Happy Life Children's Home in Nairobi, Kenya. And so my mom and I ended up going with them for the first 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I was able to do the first dance classes. So, yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing. And I don't know if you know, but I'm familiar with Happy Life
Yeah.
because one of the Kenyans here, Stephen Kamau, he was
Yeah. Yeah.
very Pastor Stephen Kamau was very involved with that church, and then also Pastor I mean with that orphanage, and then Pastor Jim Powell.
Yes.
I don't know if you know Pastor Jim. Yes, he married my husband and I. That
Oh,
was yeah, the one who officiated of our wedding.
wow. They're like
Yeah.
grandma to me. I love them so much.
Yes, yes. So that's how I was familiar with that particular
Yeah,
ministry. But
awesome.
so you go there the second time, and you now are like, okay, I'm gonna teach dance. So you're there for 2 weeks. Is
Yes, for
it
2 weeks.
for 2 weeks? And then you decide, look, I'm gonna make this a program
Yes.
that will be specific. Like, why do a nonprofit versus just keeping it a program? What was the
Yeah. Well, I
reason?
think with nonprofit, it really, I guess, makes it more official, and I can do more with it.
Okay.
The things they're tax deductible, and
Yeah.
then I'm really able to build up because I didn't just want it to be something that I do when I go over. I want it to be something like long term. Like that's my goal in the next like 2 to 3, 4 years is to
Yeah.
really have it running and to have the dance school where the kids are constantly learning, and I don't have to be there like all
Right.
the time. Able to like when I move to Kenya, be able to leave and have it still running and the kids still getting their lessons.
Yeah.
Right now, that's not how it is. It's just when I go over and teach. But
Okay.
the kids really they pick it up. Like when I went in May, I went back in December, and they still remembered like everything, and they practiced for all the months. And so yeah, it's just really cool to see.
That is awesome. So you're basically teaching, or at least your goal is maybe to teach others to be teachers
Yeah,
while you're not there, like a
yeah.
train the trainer.
Yeah, so once I have like the dance school up and running, I really want to have like teachers there in Kenya that we're paying to teach the lessons and kids to come in. Because one of my friends who lives in Kenya, she was telling me how she took dance lessons when she was younger.
Yeah.
Um, like they're really expensive, and so I want to make it like affordable, and for those that can't afford it, just a place for them to come in and learn. Because I believe the arts are so important, especially in children's lives. So
Tell us a little bit about that. Why do you believe arts and dance are important? What
yeah,
does it do for those kids?
yeah. I just think that it's a way to empower people. You get a lot of confidence when you dance and when you perform. It doesn't matter if it's singing or art or ballet or whatever. I just
Yeah.
think the arts are so empowering, and it gives you a lot of confidence. And plus, sometimes people are visual learners. I know that's how I am. And so when you really just empower kids, and I don't know, it's just really great to see. So I think the arts are just something that's so important and really like necessary in children's lives. So
Do you get comments from the children, especially when you're teaching them ballet and it's French? Do they wonder like, what is this plie? And what do they think of that kind of dance?
The cool thing is at the children's home, they're actually learning. They know like the kids are really smart, so they're learning French. A lot of the kids take French classes. So
Wow.
cool. So they call it the French dance because a lot of them are in French.
Yes.
So as I teach it to them, they're able to learn like more French and different words like plie, which means to bend, or tendu, which means to stretch.
Yes.
And so it's cool to like teach that to them, and then they also know other words. And I don't know, it's just really cool to see because they love it, and the boys, and they see it on TV. Like they have with their notebooks, they had like the newspaper kind that you make like for your books, and so
Yeah.
there was an answer on one. And it was in the news that a girl who did ballet went on point, which is like the tiptoe shoes. And it was really cool how that made the news there. And I was like, oh, that's really cool to see because
Yeah.
girls hear it like every day. And it's just cool because they're like, oh, I saw a ballerina on TV, or I saw a ballerina on the newspaper. So they know about it. And so it's cool
Yeah.
to experience it.
Wow. And I think also just the way your worldview was opened by you being in a different country, in a different
Yeah.
environment. I think you coming into their space, they're also like, wow,
Yeah.
this girl, Sophia, she's different. She's not
Yeah.
like, so you're opening up the world for them in terms of just people from other countries, but also different dances and arts
Yeah.
and culture that they're not attuned to. So thank you.
Yeah.
So what do you see as the impact of your work in Kenya? And let's talk about like 5 years from now. What do you
5 years.
see? Yeah, what do you
Yeah.
think will be the impact?
Yeah, so in 5 years from now, I hope to have Ngoma Kenya, the performing arts school, built. I want to start construction on that very soon. I know
Okay.
that's a big goal, but that's something that I want to happen. And now in the next 5 years, I would hope for that to be, at least started and close to being done.
Hmm.
Let's see. 5 years, I will be graduating from college, or almost about to graduate from college.
Yes.
So have teachers teaching, and my ultimate goal, this is like, I don't know, like 10 years down the road, but this is, I want to take a group of dancers, about like 6 to 10, to come
Hmm.
here to the US to go on tour and with their dances at different like churches and different places around the US to raise money for the dance school and for their children too. So yeah.
Oh my I'm just, I'm just amazed. I'm just amazed at you. I'm like, oh my goodness, like, where did you come from? Where do kids like you reside? I think that's
Oh,
really, really, I mean, like, I don't know, you're saying you're inspiring youth, but I think you inspire adults as well. Like adults probably are listening to you and saying, like, if she's 16 and she has a vision for 5 years from now, what she can attain. And I'm sure you're not like, making a lot of money, you started off babysitting
yeah, yeah.
and sponsoring kids in Kenya, and now you're saying not only am I founder of Ngoma Kenya, but I'm going to be able to do all these things going forward. So I just commend you. You're really, really unique. You're special. You're special. Yeah, not a whole lot of kids speak like you. So let's talk about stateside, like here in the US, as the founder of Ngoma Kenya. How has your life changed with your additional responsibilities? Because I see you doing fundraisers here and there. How are you balancing all of this stuff?
Yeah, so I would say my life has changed for the better.
Yeah.
Most people, like, they graduate from college, they stay here. Like, if you live in America, you stay here, you get a job, all that stuff. But I know this is such like a different path, moving to Kenya and starting
Yeah.
a dance school. But it's changed. These last like 2 or 3 years have been crazy, but they've been amazing. Just to see everything that's happening with Ngoma Kenya. But it's exciting to see, and I guess I told you earlier I'm homeschooled, but
Yeah.
being homeschooled, it's easy to like be able to take time to work on my ministry and my nonprofit.
Yes.
A lot of help from my mom and my dad, and they really help with a lot of fundraisers and doing a lot of different things. So yeah.
So you don't feel like you're making any sacrifices because I see a lot of kids, they're out partying, to them they're focused your age, they're focusing on other stuff that they could be doing. Do you feel
Yeah.
like you're losing anything or
No, no, because this is what I love to do. It's not like my parents are forcing me to do it, and
yes,
because so much. I can put so much time and energy into it, and I just like I don't get tired or bored of it. It's just what I
Yeah.
love to do. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So for young people like yourself watching today, what advice would you give them about starting a nonprofit or working in their passion and their purpose?
Yeah. Well, I know this is kind of cliche, but I would just say don't give up. You know, it can be
Okay.
hard.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't really mention it earlier, but you know, a lot of my friends aren't really doing this, and so it's kind of like, why are you doing that? Like, you're 16, you should be like you're saying, like out doing stuff and hanging out with friends. But
Yeah.
you know, it's hard at times. But I guess just to find like a few people, you know, because I have other like two other people I can really go to that also do like missions work, and one's in Mexico and then another one's in Kenya. So I guess
Okay.
just not giving up. Just remember, you know, this is what you love to do, and you should just keep going and fighting for your dream. And I don't know, yes,
Wow. I love that you said you also surround yourself with people who are kind of also thinking at the same level that you are and who are doing similar work, because then you encourage yourself even when you're down in the trenches and things are not going the way you want them to. That person who's in Mexico may be able to tell you, look, this is how I'm keeping the faith and doing and continuing on my mission.
yes, that's how
So
she is. That's so great to have her.
yeah, so can you tell us, I know we spoke earlier, you were going to talk a little bit about your the children you
Yeah,
sponsor. Yeah,
babies, I love them so much.
yeah, yeah,
You
go
want me to grab
ahead.
the picture? I can grab the
Yeah,
picture.
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm
Hmm,
at
hmm.
the bedroom right now.
Yeah, not a problem.
I keep
So
on my
that
bed. Yeah, so these are my kids. Oh, not my kids. I say it like that, but these are the kids I sponsor.
yeah.
um, so this one right here, her name is Esther, and she's
Okay.
the one I first started sponsoring in 2016 with my babysitting money.
Yeah.
Um, and then every time I go to Kenya, I fall in love with another kid that I may not have like really got to like hang out with and get to know. And then I'm like, okay, I need to sponsor them because I just, you know, I really want to sponsor them. And so the
Yeah.
second time I went in May was this little guy, Toby.
Wow.
Yeah, his laugh is just the best thing in the world. I love him so much. And then let's see. No, the second time I went, I met Sarah.
Yeah.
So sweet.
Yes.
She's so sassy. But yeah, so those are the three kids that I sponsor. And actually just got a job, so it's not just babysitting money anymore. It's more like job money because I know I need to, you know, support them. And yeah, so those are the three kids.
I saw your post, your readers.
Yes, yeah, I just started working at Reed.
I'm excited. I'll stop by. I'll stop by
Yeah,
and get some ice cream and support
yeah.
your cause. So also, let's see what else I wanted to make sure we talk about. Any, oh, with the children that you're sponsoring, how much are you sponsoring them a month? Or
Yes,
what is
so
the
we do
sponsorship like?
different levels. I think it's 30, 50, and 80 that cover the most. Right now, I'm just doing 30 because that's what's easiest for me.
Yeah,
But it's just $30 a month, and that pays for, because they do live in the children's homes, so that pays for food.
yeah.
Go to school, so that pays for school. Other things, you know, that they need that are like, you need to like live and everything. So yeah, that's what that covers, that $30 a month. And it's so worth it because I love them so much.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And I know you're also doing promotions around Ngoma Kenya and supplies. Can you talk to us a little bit
Yeah.
about just what's going on in the community?
Yeah, so we have two right now. The first one we started a couple, or not a couple days ago, like a couple weeks ago, and that
Mhm.
was our 60-day challenge. And with that, we were asking one person to give $10, so that way every day we would have a person giving $10. And so
Okay.
with that, we wanted to get $600 by the end of the trip, so that we could get, because I'll be I probably didn't mention that I'm going back to Kenya for 6 weeks this summer.
Oh,
um,
wow.
yeah, to teach special needs classes during the day and then dance classes at night. So that's
Wow.
yeah. So I leave in about a month, a little less than a month. So yeah, so that's that one fundraiser to raise money for supplies and things needed. And then the second one we're doing, which I really like because it involves like food and ice cream and all that. But this one is at a place called Sweet Frog, and we're doing a fundraiser. I don't have the exact location. It's on our Facebook page, which is
Okay.
Ngoma Kenya. That
Yeah.
has all the information, and that's on May 15th, which is a Tuesday. And if you come in between 4 to 8 o'clock, and mention Ngoma Kenya at the register when you get your frozen yogurt, then we will get 25% of the sales. So
Okay,
yeah,
so at Sweet Frog here in Delaware, and you'll
yeah,
announce a location, and it'll be a Tuesday evening, 4 to 8.
Tuesday evening. Yep, you have to come in from 4 to 8. And
You have a date?
yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Great.
yes. The date is May 15th.
May 15th. Okay, because I'm local, I'll make sure that my kids come and we make sure that we
Oh, okay.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yay! So I am really, really psyched. And let's, I could go on and on. I know that, number one, people here have the opportunity to sponsor a child. So you
Yes.
already kind of put that out that there's that opportunity. And also, and this is Happy Life Children's
Yes.
Home, right? Specifically. And then they also have an opportunity to sponsor Ngoma Kenya just for the supplies and the mission work that you're doing. And that's
$10, and that's all. Yeah, it's super easy.
okay, good. And she has a web presence. I went to your website. It's beautiful. I read your blog. I was
Okay.
on your Facebook page. So I'm telling you, like none of us really in this era of social media and tech in the tech world, none of us has any limits in terms of how what we can do in terms of influence and impact in the world. Did you have anything else you wanted to speak to the community
No,
about?
I say thank you for having me. This has been so great. Yeah. And our
Good.
website is www.ngomakenya.org. I just want to put that out there so they
Okay,
know.
absolutely. And what I'll do is on this video, I'll make sure that I put it up there, that
Yeah.
information, and a link to your Facebook page, a
Great,
link
great.
to your IG account,
Yes.
so people know where to find you. I know what, oh, okay, so I see your parents are watching. You were supposed to say something about the
Oh,
type of
yeah.
parenting. Yes. So, what, say something about your parents and, how wonderful
I
they are.
Oh, they're watching, so I have to make it good. But yeah, they're really great, and they really help foster that. They're really big on helping us find what we're passionate about in our
Yeah.
lives, not like push what they want us to become. And so I just think it's really great that they allow me to go to Kenya, and like I'm going this summer to go for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And to let me go and do what I'm really passionate about, because as you can see, I'm really passionate about that. So I'm just really blessed to have great parents like that, and especially my mom. She's one that really, put in to be an orphan care advocate and to really be a voice for the voiceless. And I don't know, I owe that to her because she's my example growing up. I watched her do all that stuff. So yeah.
That's
Yeah.
wonderful. I think for me, what seeing you does to me, especially because I have a 13-year-old, is that
Yeah.
it shows me not to limit their dreams, her
Yes.
dreams. Because sometimes with parents, you look at your children's visions and dreams and they scare you, and you're putting
Yeah.
your own limitations on them. And so
Yeah.
I think what they've done is just to nurture it and not
Mm-hmm.
to put any
Yeah.
limits on who you are. But
Mm-hmm.
also they've made you work for it as well. So
Yeah.
it's not like they're just giving you money. You're
Yeah.
out there working and sponsoring and raising and money and all of that. So they're making you work for it where it's not easy, but they're supporting you and pushing you towards what is your passion. So I am done here. I thank you so, so much. I so appreciate your time
Yeah.
on the Hope Hub. I look forward to big things coming from Ngoma Kenya. And I look forward to supporting. And oh, I forgot, Girls Can Do Anything. I
Yes.
know I'm going to see you through the One Village Alliance.
Yes.
And I hope that you can also mentor some of the younger girls that are here in our community and
Oh
talk
yeah.
to them about what it is you do and how they can also pursue their dreams and visions. So thank you,
Thank
Sophia.
you.
Have a wonderful Saturday. God bless you.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Right, guys. Thank you for watching the Beacon of Hope show today with Sophia Andrews. I hope that inspired you today. I'm going to end with a quote that I think epitomizes who she is. I found this quote that says, "Every person who accomplishes anything worthwhile in life begins with a big dream or a vision of what is possible for him or her. They raise up above their current surroundings, their existing limitations and problems, and instead they imagine themselves some time in the future living the kind of life they would like to live." And I think that's what she is. Every time I speak to her, she's just envisioning and talking about the awesome life that she's going to live. And you know, I ask you guys to do the same as you go out on this Saturday. If there are dreams, visions, aspirations that you've let drop on the wayside, pick them up again. Take her youthful enthusiasm and energy and recreate and do what it is you're here, you're called to do. God bless you. Bye-bye. Thank you.